Alright, guys, welcome back to another edition of Baseball for Maniacs. And as you can see, I'm Owenless. And that's because, well, Red Sox Nation, we need to have a conversation about how bad this offseason has been. On Breslow's behalf, on the organization's behalf, just how horrible this offseason has been for Red Sox fans. However, before we get into that, I would like to talk about a signing that happened for another Sox fan base, the White Sox, as they shocked the world and bring in Murakami on a 2-year, $34 million contract that kind of adds to a very, very young, very almost sneaky White Sox lineup that could be dangerous this upcoming season. Now I get it, it's the White Sox. They haven't been that great the past couple of seasons. But it's like the Astros were a few years ago. I'm not saying that they're going to come out and win the Central. I'm not saying that they're going to come out and go to the World Series. But what I'm saying is that they've been building for a couple of years now. And with said building, they've traded away a couple of guys as well. One of those big guys being Garrett Crochet. They took a lot of the, not a lot of it, but they took a good chunk of the Red Sox farm system to get Crochet over to Boston. Kyle Teal's come up and he's been amazing, and Braden Montgomery is supposed to come up and be fantastic for the White Sox at some point. Adding a guy like Murakami to that just brings pop to a lineup that probably needs it more than anything right now. Colson Montgomery's going to be there at shortstop running things over there. Murakami's supposed to be a first baseman when he gets to Chicago, and with Edgar Caro and Kyle Teal, Lou Bob still being over there, they still have a lot of work on the pitching side of things, which, again, they have those young guys that are supposed to be coming up. When they get their feet wet a little bit more and they're more ingrained into the majors, I really think that the White Sox could be a team to sneak into the wild card. Not this year, not next year, but who knows, maybe by the year 2028, 2029, we'll be talking about how the White Sox are contenders. But we'll see. It's just all how that pans out. Uh, I do like that Murakami is going to come over here. It's always fun seeing the Japanese stars come over from the NPB and do their thing. Sometimes they work out very well in the sense of Ichiro Suzuki, Hideki Matsui, Shohei Yamamoto. Sometimes not so much when we talk about guys like Masataka Yoshida. And speaking of Masataka Yoshida, let's talk about this disaster of an offseason for the Boston Red Sox. I truly don't even know where to start with this offseason. I got excited. I got really excited when we made the move for Sonny Gray because I'm like, all right, okay, Craig's got something in mind here. He's got an idea at minimum. He's got something cooking here. And then he's just gone quiet. He's just gone completely silent. I don't know what the plan is from here on out. After we got Sonny, I was like, okay, we're probably going to take a step back on the pitching side of things, which, again, fine, because Craig said we needed a big bat. We needed a big power bat. And who was the big power bat this offseason? Pete Alonso. Everybody and their mother wanted Pete Alonso to come play in Boston. I've seen the edits. I've seen fan graphs putting the jersey on him and everything. It would have been legendary. It would have fed families. But no, no. I don't know what happened. I don't know if Craig really just lost sight of it. I don't know if he thought that he just wanted to come to Boston that bad that he wasn't going to take the contract that he wanted. But Baltimore gave him what he wanted. In fact, they may have even given him more than what he wanted. And now we got to deal with him every single year for the next 5 years. And we're not going to be able to rid of this curse until that contract is done. He should have been in a Boston uniform, but no, he's going to come hit tanks against us for the Orioles. And this is all completely on Craig. This has got nothing to do with anybody else in that organization. Whether you want to talk about the mishandling of trying to sign Alonso, whether you want to talk about the mishandling and trying to sign Schwarber, whether you want to talk about a guy like Michael King, who re-upped in San Diego, who I wanted personally to be the number 2 guy behind Crochet. We've done nothing. We've done the biggest bunch of nothing besides the Rockies. And you know the difference between us and the Rockies? We went to the playoffs. We went to the playoffs last year and we've done nothing to improve this roster. Zero, zilch, nada. If anything, we just keep losing guys, and the guy that brought us to the playoffs is probably going to be leaving. I don't know where his headspace is at. Like, we just got over the Heim Bloom situation, and now granted, Heim brought us Roman Anthony, Heim brought us Marcelo, Heim brought us Christian Campbell. Great, sure. Where were his offseason moves to get us to the position where we were today? It always took so long. It always took like begging and pleading from the fan base just for the front office to look at us and be like, oh, here, damn. And then they go and make a move that nobody wanted to make in the first place. Oh my goodness. I guess I'm just more upset that we didn't go out and get Alonso, but I'm really just upset with the constant lying that the front office has shown, that the front office has done, and that the front office will continue to do unless they're held accountable for their stupidity. Craig Breslow, I was excited for him to come in, a former baseball guy. He played in the Red Sox organization for a long time. I'm pretty sure he's an Ivy League graduate. He's smart. This is somebody who should know what they're doing in the sense of baseball operations, but he doesn't know his ass from a hole in the ground at this point. I could do a better job running the Red Sox. Owen could do a better job running the Red Sox. I could get my cat to run a better organization than Craig Breslow's running right now. This is ridiculous. You can't be a playoff team. You can't be a major league team and not take these risks of going out and signing somebody for 5 to 6 years. You can't be a successful major league team and not at least try to get somebody who's at 250, 300 million over the course of 7, 8 years. These have to be calculated risks that you're willing to take. I almost hope that we go after Bellinger. He wants 8 years, 400 million. Give it to him, Craig. Give it to him. Show us that you care. Show us that you want us to win. Show us that you want us to be an actual organization that's competitive, not one that is scrounging and fighting just to get into a wild card position. Forget that. This is the Boston Red Sox. This is one of the most prestigious organizations to touch a diamond. Every time, every season, the Red Sox should be out there competing. They should be one of the top teams in the majors. But the way that this front office is running it, whether you want to go all the way to the top with John Henry, you want to be at the middleman with Breslow, or you want to be down here with Alex Cora, who I think shouldn't even be on the team anymore. We got rid of Devers. We should have got rid of Cora right with him. Either way, this is a joke. This entire organization has shown that they want to be jokes. They want to be laughing stocks. They don't want to win. If they wanted to win, they would have made a much better effort on getting Alonso. If they wanted to win, they would have made a better effort in getting Schwarber. It's not guaranteed that these guys sign with us anyway. I'm not saying that. But maybe if you showed that you, like, why are we offering Pete 3 years? Why are we offering Schwarber less? It doesn't it doesn't make sense. We want to win, but we're not making winning moves. Like, why are we just like going out there to like show face like, hey, we're the Red Sox and we're involved, but we're not getting anything done. This has been probably the most frustrating offseason that I've been a part of as a Red Sox fan, and I don't really know where we go from here. Adolis Garcia is off the market. We're probably not even in the Kyle Tucker sweepstakes. We might be at this point. I don't think we were in the Murakami sweepstakes, but that would have been even nice to see Breslow go out and make a move. I probably would have been indifferent about it, but it just would have been nice to see. It would have been nice to see an effort being made. But either way, I don't even know what my thought process would be going forward for the rest of this offseason. I guess we're going to focus on getting another arm. I guess Framber's still out there. He'd be nice to bring in. Willie Castro's still out there on the market. He'd be a good little platoon guy in that middle infield. He'd kind of just plug him in anywhere. You could play him anywhere. Is Justin Turner still out there? I wouldn't mind seeing him come back. Obviously Bregman, obviously Bichette. But again, my hopes are so low because Craig has shown me one thing, and that one thing is that he is terrified to go out and get these deals done. Either he's terrified or he is so set in his ways and that his ways are going to work that he literally will not go out and do it any other way. And he doesn't see the error in his ways, which is completely irresponsible on his part. And if that is the case, he needs to be fired. But I know Craig Breslow's never going to see this. I know John Henry's never going to see this, but I wish that they did, just so I could tell them to grow a set and go get these names. Boston fans are tired of your lack of effort. We want to be good. We want to win. We want to get back to the World Series. Why are you making it so hard? Please, just go out and get somebody. Anybody. Bo Bichette preferably at this point. Bregman as well. Just spend money. Spend it. You have a rich owner group. You just got richer because they sold the Penguins. Get it done. This is getting ridiculous. Red Sox fans are getting pissed off. I'm pissed off. This is beyond comprehension, and it's more than fixable. Make an effort. Make this team good again. It's not hard to make the Red Sox good. You got to spend, like every other team is doing. Spend, spend, spend. Everybody else in the AL East is pretty much spending. The Blue Jays have spent. The Orioles have spent. The Yankees have spent. The Rays have even spent, and they traded away Boz, and they got back a bunch of prospects that they're probably going to use in a package to try to get Ketel Marte, who's another name linked to the Red Sox that we're probably not going to get because of Craig Breslow's laziness and incompetence. But I guess with that said, I just want to see them do something. I want to see them make any type of move. I want to see them just do something. I want to see them be alive. It's not fun being the fan of a team in the offseason that does a bunch of nothing. Especially when you go into the offseason expecting a bunch of something, there's nothing to show for it. What am I supposed to be proud of? Sonny Gray? Am I supposed to be proud that we got Sonny Gray? Because I'm not. I'm not happy about that at all. I'm not happy that Craig went out and got us a veteran arm that had a 4 ERA last year. Me and Owen have done enough shitting on Dylan Cease for having the 4 ERA. And I tried to be hopeful with the Fangraphs saying, oh, he's going to bounce back. I don't know. It's a 4 ERA. And Craig is just showing his fear. He's showing his incompetence. He's showing his lack of effort into wanting to make this organization great. And we're on the cusp. We can be. We need a vet. We need 2 vets. We had Bregman last year. We need 1 more to go along with it. Pete would have been great. Kyle would have been great. Now we got to go find somebody completely out of the blue and pull a rabbit out of our ass to make it seem like we even want to be competitive, which is flat out ridiculous. But yeah, I think that's going to do it from me before I pop a blood vessel or something. Craig, just do something, anything, please. But, that's going to do it from me. This will be uploaded pretty shortly. I'm going to get some clips out onto the TikTok page, onto my TikTok page as well, on the Instagram page. Make sure you go follow that. Owen and I should be back in tandem on Tuesday for an episode, but until then, let's hope and pray that the Red Sox make a move, because it just needs to happen. It has to happen. But yeah, guys, until then, be safe. I will catch y'all in the next one.